Hello, this is Diesel Donlow. Namaste. It's an honor and pleasure to be here on today's episode. Today, we're going to talk about a lot of the experiences that I had with basketball, what was inside my mind during that time, and you know, um, just things that I learned from the game, and opportunities that came from that, and the mindset through that, and different experiences, just a few experiences. So today is just awesome to be able to come back and be able to give you all feedback that I received, and to keep improving and keep being inspired, and keeping yourself and myself motivated, and be purpose driven. So, like how we always start, we start with a little bit of breathing, meditation, and a mindful practice and meditation. So remember when we started, we're gonna breathe in. You got a soft gaze where your eyes completely shut, and then you're gonna wiggle around. Like, don't let the breath go, but then you're gonna let it go. And then we're gonna segue to Kabbalah. Inhaling, exhaling. We're gonna do that. And you're gonna segue to like this. And then a little meditation. So let's hop in. So the first one we're going to do is inhale in through your nose, active inhale. A little bit more. A little bit more. Move the breath around your neck, your lungs, your shoulders, your back. Let it go. Inhale in. Exhale. Active inhale. Moving around the body. Let it go. Last round of these. Inhale in. A little bit more. A little bit more. And let's stay in some stillness here. Suspend the breath. Suspend it. And let it go. Now we're going to do Kabbalah. I'm going to use my left hand. Inhaling and exhaling. Now inhale in. Inhale. Inhale. Wiggle around. Let it go. Right hand. Inhale. Inhale. Wiggle it around. Let it go. Your thumbs underneath your nose. You're going to do left to right breathing or alternate nostril breathing. So you inhale through this nostril or this one. Inhale in. Pause. Exhale out of the other one. Inhale. Plug it. Exhale out of the other nose. Inhale in. Close it. Exhale. Now continue that pattern. Let it go. Close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. Focus on your inhale, exhale. Come back to the breath. Stillness and meditation is important. I want to set our intention for this class. Learning and expanding and explorating our mindset. Also being intentional about our words and our time in class. I want this affirmation to sit well with you right now. I am able to actively listen. I am able to actively listen. And then I'm not just meaning this podcast or this video. I'm also meaning about in your life, listening to feedback from others or yourself in your body temple. So when we meditate, this brings insight, brings tranquility, brings revelation. allow stillness, allow focus. Helps with the central nervous system as well. Helps calm the body down when your mind is racing. And what is our intention? We're going to set our intention to actively listen, not only in this podcast, in this video, but in our life and our experiences. Just ponder on that for a couple moments. As we begin to bring some sensation back to the body temple, into our arms, our legs, our fingers, let's, like I said, set our intention to actively listen and slow it down. Take a deep inhale in, release. Open your eyes. Let's begin. Like I said in the beginning of the podcast, in the video, I was so glad that basketball helped me with my mindset. You know, it helped me with repetition. It helped me with being grateful. Helped me be around teammates. Helped me develop. Helped me like with just seeing, like, once I put work in, you can see results. And, you know, sports and basketball teach you those type of things. And basketball is one of those teachers that taught me a lot and allowed me to expand that conscious mind as well, and my mindset. I remember I was on the free throw line one time, and I just told myself that I've done this 1,000 times. I've done the reps. I'm a great free throw shooter. And I stepped up to the line, and you can hear all the noise, all the crowd. You can hear everything. I remember my friend's mom used to say, "Bend them knees, spread them legs." Y'all know who I'm talking about. Bend them knees, spread them legs. She said that every time we got on the free throw line. And this is during travel basketball at AAU. But I think this time I'm talking about is when I was on the free throw line. And I know Coach Grizz always expected me to make it. And I didn't wear glasses, which I didn't wear contacts or glasses, which I tried it. I just didn't like it. It just didn't work. I was so used to playing basketball without glasses and stuff. And probably could have helped me if I would probably started earlier, probably so. But I didn't need him, because I got so used to playing without. So when I'm shooting a free throw, I heard the crowd, boo, boo, overrated. You hear all those type of things when you're a player of my caliber. And you hear all types of boos, and people want you to miss, and, call you radio and call you names and call you all types of things. And, sports teach you how to block all that out. So I was able to block all that stuff out most of the time. And I'm on the free throw line and I'm shooting it. It's like slow motion. Swish, 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 swish. And when you're on the free throw line, you see your teammates over here, the opponents, the crowd, the booze, everything else. You see all of those different things. And it's so cool that your mind and you in the basket is all I'm thinking about. I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about following through, which I told you I've done thousands of times, upon thousands of times. And when you're playing basketball and you're shooting and you're in that zone, you can block out almost everything that doesn't serve you in that moment. So when I'm in that moment, all I'm thinking about is that basket and all the reps and me really swishing it. And when I say swish, I mean make. So in your lives, are you concentrating on the present moment? And I'm even speaking to myself. Are you focused on everything else? What happened? What could go happen? Can we get to the present moment? And let's focus on the meat and potatoes of the present moment. So when you focus on the present moment, and basketball taught me a lot of the present moment, because when you're playing basketball, you're moving, you're constantly running, blah, blah, blah. It's one play after another. You have to be in that play. You can't allow the last play to affect you. So when you're playing the game, now I didn't play in the NBA, I played some college, but I played against a lot of high caliber players that made it to the NBA. I played against a lot of people that went to the league or played higher level basketball than I did. And I remember, when I was playing one of my fierce rivals, and I remember his dad was on the sideline like, "Go at him." I'm looking around. Who's he talking to? Oh, he's talking to me. He's like, "Look who's guarding you." Oh, I can't guard you? Oh, okay, let's try it. Let's see. We just played on the same team, a couple years before that. So I was like, okay, let's go. Let's see what this is about. My mind, I'm like, okay, let's see. I want to see if I can guard him. He's the best, so let me get around the best. You want to be around the best. And so all those different things in your mind from basketball is preparation, routine. Are you working on your craft? Are you developing friendships with the team? Now, you don't got to hang out all the time, but you have to develop some type of chemistry, which I think it depends what team I was on. Not every team you can click with like that. Not every situation you can click with like that, because everybody have their own, this group is over here, this group's over here. So the fans and all the fans, y'all don't see, like, people outside don't see like what happens inside. You don't see like the fights. You don't see the feedback amongst the teammates. You don't see the trash talk. You don't see like all that stuff. You just, see us come out there and be a team, and it's a performance. We're acting, but it's for fun and competitive. It's for entertainment, and we're entertainers. We're athletes, so it's a lot of fake stuff that goes on. Now people don't know, but act like sometimes you like each other, and you really don't. But that's the key. If you find a great group of community that actually like each other, and a team that y'all can actually like deal, bravo. So I started playing basketball really early, and I started playing at the Y, and I started playing against teams and people in the Y, and the community basketball, and that taught me a lot. But then when I got to the age of like fifth grade, I played for St. Luke's, a Catholic school in our area. Played with my guy Ronnie Martino. We was teammates, and that really got me like ready to go. Like, okay, like because I seen like a different type of athletes and different type of people that was competing at that level. I started to see different things. And sixth grade, I played at Poland wouldn't allow me to play on their team because they didn't want me to play because they knew what was happening. I'm like, okay, like I'm coming, I'm here. But I transferred to Poland that year, and they told me trials was a different date. They didn't let me know when trials was. That's a lie. But that's a whole different subject. But anyway, I came there and I played another year at the Y, and then I played AAU at Born and Run. So Born and Run was in Grove City, and me and my homie Terrell, we played basketball in Pennsylvania, Grove City, and they were sponsored by And One. At the time, And One was popping. It was the biggest brand out, and we had a chance to represent that brand. So it was really cool to play AAU there. So my mindset there was like, oh, it's time to go to the next level, see the best basketball players. So anyway, we had this particular tournament at our base, at our home, because we had our own facility, and we played against Ohio Shooting Stars. And when we played against Ohio Shooting Stars, they had my future teammates. The coach recruited me, and he recruited me and my little cousin actually. So we ended up playing for Ohio Shooting Stars. But during that game, I had like all our points, and the coach was like, probably like, who is this guy? It was Coach Heben, and Coach Heben was like, let's get him, let's grab him. So during seventh grade, or during sixth grade, that was my sixth grade year. He ended up calling me like a couple weeks. He called me like a couple weeks late. No. He called me that seventh grade year. He called me. My mom and left him a voicemail and said, "Hey, we want your son to play." I was like, "Okay." But at first I was kind of reluctant because my friends were here and I wanted to play with some of my teams here. I felt like playing with my community. My mom's like, "No, we're going." So we drove over to Cleveland. Me and my mom. My mom had a Chrysler LHS green, and I remember she was like on the road. She was like, "Bubby," oh, that's my nickname. She's like, "You see everyone in Cleveland driving nice cars? You see all these cars driving nice cars?" I'm like, yeah, they drive nice cars. So anyway, we're going to a tryout for Ohio Shooting Stars, and I did pretty well. I had a lot of the future teammates there. I was scoring, I was doing my thing, I was just playing. It was just fun. And again, when you go in there, your mind has to be so sharp, and just let it go too, by the way. But I was really ready for this because I practiced. So I'll go up there and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready for this. So we were playing, we had Liam on the team, we had Nate, we had Aaron, we had Cam, we had Derek Jackson. We had a good squad there, and some other people I'm sure I'm missing. But playing against them got my game to another level. And I remember we played against some great teams, and they were telling me, "Hey, you gotta step up. This team right here is you gotta have a mindset to be able to beat them. You gotta be tough. You gotta be they tough." And here's this team down in Canton called AAA. And boy, those guys was tough. I don't even know why they were so good. They were small too, but they were good. They were a good team. And but anyway, your mindset when you play basketball, your mindset shifts because it's a competitive zone. And now that I'm looking back at it, I'm more in a creative zone. Sometimes the competitive nature come out with me. It's more to try to go to the next level for myself and to expand and to grow. So anyway, my mindset shifted when I played against and played with better athletes. And a lot of people don't give that type of credit. They don't see that when I would come back home and some people wouldn't understand, come back to the area, come back to my school, my community. They wouldn't understand the conversations because they weren't there. it's hard to like communicate to people that don't understand the mindset and level if they're not like committed to that type of craft. So I used to try to like tell my friends what happened. They didn't want to hear it, didn't believe me. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep on doing it. So we just wanted to dominate that 18. We wanted to dominate, and then that's where my mind really got to the next level, because like I really wanted to be better. So in order to be better, you got to be around better people, and you got to let go of things that no longer serve you and cannot jump to this next level with you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, in order to be better, you have to be around the better mindset people. You have to be around better community. You got to be around people that's going to lead, guide, push, motivate, inspire, bring you to that intrinsic purpose in your life. And traveling around playing basketball in my life, I had an opportunity to do that. So AAU led to different experiences that I had, and playing against NBA stars, sons, playing against future NBA players, and playing against the best in the world. So, eighth grade, we continue to get better. Brought my boy Nico with me. Shout out to my boy Nick. He's doing his thing. One of the greatest three-point shooters I ever played against in my life. Played with, and competed with. He brought me. He taught me a lot about being consistent, dedicated to, like, he was mastering that three-point arc. He could really shoot the ball, and working out with him taught me how to shoot that ball better. That helped me become a better shooter. Being around a shooter helps you become a better shooter. So being around Neek got me, and his brother Lou, shout out to Lewis, and got me to become one of the best shooters I could be. Being around those type of guys and people that want to be better helps you want to get better and expand. So brought Nico on. We do good, and we go to Florida and we play against better competition, and we keep on rising. And then my career started going to high school, and when we got to high school, I dressed as a freshman on varsity, and you get around a whole different type of character of people, because you got to see these people every day, and these are people that you're gonna go to war with more consistent in your school and your community. So playing at Poland, we had we had structure, we had discipline, we had a way we went about things, we had excellence, and we wanted to win. And Coach Grid is all about winning, and and building a team, like a lineman type mentality. So we had a lot of that going on, where and my mindset shifted, because I had to make sure we was in a structured type of place, and we were in a discipline type of structure. So anyway, freshman year was just learning and watching upperclassmen do their thing. I felt like I could play. I'm just gonna be straight honest. I could have definitely helped us, definitely get to another level. But during that time, our school, our system was all about letting. It's a long story. I don't even want to get there, but I know I could have played for sure, no doubt. But it's cool. It's just allowed me to watch and learn, and to see the great players we had: Lou Capallo, Chris Level, Humble, D. Felice, and those were the good guys on our team. And you got some good role players and all that, but that was like basically like learning, and we got to learn. But I felt like I could have helped them tremendously, especially playing against bigger guys and better competition. I was very athletic, so definitely could have helped win us some games. We had a great, fantastic year. Me and Neek, we definitely could have helped them, that year. But it wasn't our time yet. It wasn't meant for us to be in that situation. But we definitely could have helped. And my mindset was really sharp there, because I was watching like all the mistakes, all the good, all the bad, watching everything, and you're just like watching it. And sometimes the best thing is to watch, so you can see it from a different perspective. So maybe sometimes it is good for you just to go in a yoga community, or a community and just watch, or be active in the community, but you might just be watching and seeing how things work. And so you see how what you can fit in and do and help the team or help the situation you're in, you know? And so my sophomore year had a little bit more help. I was able to start and contribute at a higher level, be able to impact our team. We went undefeated in the regular season. Um, you know, we just that year was just like, man, we were just rock stars everywhere we went. It was a big deal. Like we just brought that type of cachet to our team. It was a big deal. We were the best team in the area. We were number one team in the state in Division II. So um, being in that type of energy and that frequency, we obviously have to work even harder because everyone was coming at us. We went to state the year before, and the next year we went to state again. So you want to make sure your mind is sharp there too. You gotta like understand your position and understand your what you bring to the table. So even though we eventually lost in the Final Four, uh, and that was tough. That was tough. That was a tough game because the other team they were more athletic than us, had more athletes, and they're just fast, and that's where you have to like take from that. What can you learn from that experience? What can you gather? You know, that was like, ugh, but it's okay. Everything happens. We're gonna to grow and to expand. And wow, I don't even know where to go from here because it was so like that was a great experience losing. I didn't like losing like that. So next year, the junior year, we um, most of the upperclassmen left. Actually, all of them did, and it was really our team, our core team from the freshman group. We had a great freshman team, great class, and next year we struggled with finding our identity, find what we're gonna do, how we're gonna play, and uh, you know, it just was trying to see what we can do type year. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to lead our team in. Nico's doing his thing. Baker was doing his thing. So Luke was doing his thing. We're trying to figure out how we're going to mesh this together and make another run. So in that type of mindset, we're just trying to figure it out. Like, wow, what works, what doesn't work. And then, we end up eventually losing the last game to Streetsboro off a buzzer beater. I blocked the ball to one of my AAU teammates and it went in his hands and he put it in. And that game right there was one of the worst games I ever played in, but worst best game. I had like, I think 25 points, 12, 13 rebounds, like 8, 9 assists, 10 turnovers, a lot of blocks, a lot of steals. It's like the worst best game ever. That one dawned on me on my mind that summer because I just really like, I knew it was my fault. I turned the ball over a lot. And I really needed to work on a lot of things to get better. And it was like, I knew I could have played better than I played. But, everything again is teaching you lessons in life. Everything that it taught me was lessons. And, our next senior year, I was, it was a different type of struggle that year for us. We knew we were going to be good, but, it was just our last year. And I felt like we weren't all the way connected. Even though we still routed off a winning record, we only lost 2 games, I believe. We lost to Canfield and we lost to Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. And when we played Akron St. Vincent St. Mary, man, we were tough. They were a tough team. They were long, but we could still beat them because they couldn't move. That we were fast. We were fast and we were moving that ball, but we couldn't see over the line. What I mean by that, like we don't have a lot of tall guys other than me and Baker that could see over like the defenders like consistently. Um, it's hard to like when you don't have like we didn't have a we didn't have the height that game, uh, and we didn't have the legs, but definitely the height because we couldn't see over the line because they all were six above, except for Ricky Johnson. He wasn't 6 foot, but everyone else was tall, long, so it's hard to see over that line sometimes. See over defenders. So we fumbled that game. We should have won that one and advanced to the next round. Um, but that was our last game. And then we went on to college and played. Had a year off. I was supposed to go to Bethany, and it just didn't. I didn't feel like it was like right. You know, I didn't feel like it was right. I didn't feel like I wanted to be there. And shout out to Coach Sachs and all of them, man, and all the guys that recruited me. I just didn't feel right. I just wasn't feeling. I did all the conditioning. I was there, did all the things we needed to do. And the first day of practice, I was like, it's not for me. It's not for me. So I ended up transferring back and just coming back home and get my stuff together. And then I ended up playing at Westminster. Coach on Danko came back from a sprained ankle that was bad. That summer I sprained my ankle really bad playing basketball. And it was like took me a while to recover and get my bounce and my athleticism back for some reason. But once I got it back, I started to tear it up. But again, like that mindset there was people mad, jealous, looking for themselves. Just like you want to be around a team that like it's not about none of that. You want to be around just great guys. And we had great guys there. Just the situation was just not right. The next year, like a new coach came. Really, really good guy. I like the way he coached. Just to mesh with me and him per se. But he's a great guy. I love the way he's doing things, and I feel like he challenged me, mentally at the time. Maybe I wasn't ready for it. Maybe I wasn't capable of that type of coach at the time. Maybe it just wasn't working out. So, you know, all these different experiences I'm telling you, all goes in your mind, all goes into the way you see things, the way you operate, the way you deal with different things in your life. And a lot of those lessons I learned, man, I could go in detail, but I'm saving that for a different type of project. But like a lot of those experiences, taught me, character, development, a sharp mind, being on time, being disciplined, being focused, being, like I said, around a great team, being positive, thinking positive, working on your body and training, all those different things like taught me like everything that it led me to where I am now. So, take these experiences, go down like something that maybe helped you, maybe guided you to the best version of yourself. Maybe you might want to consider some things that, lined up with your destiny, that helps you get to the level that you are going to now. Those different things help me because one, I was able to be around good people. Two, I was able to travel around the world. Three, I was able to learn from these great coaches that instilled in us the mentality and helped the mindset grow, and it planted different seeds in my mind to be the best version I am today. And a lot of that stuff I learned, I took and I shared it with a lot of people that I'm involved with now. You know what I mean? And I was able to teach and share and be able to be a bright spot in people's lives today. So, no, thank you today for listening. Thank you for actively listening. Thank you for going down that, great memory with me today. And, I'm looking forward to growing, expanding with you all and creating content that's going to, open your eyes and change your life as well. So I'm out. Make sure you subscribe. I'll see you next week. I'm out.